Hi friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 68. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan and our two cats, Dixie and Daisy. And I love to knit, I love to crochet, I love to sew, and you can find all that yarny fabric goodness on my social media links. They're all linked down below. Instagram, Ravelry. My blog is now on there because I realized this week I haven't been putting my blog linked down below, but now it will be. So sorry about that. Anyway, email is down there as well. All patterns I talk about will be on my blog, and they will also be linked down below for you to easily access. So patterns, yarns, all of that. So yeah, welcome to new viewers. There are a couple more joining us now. That's good. And returning viewers, hello again. I'm glad you're here. Shall we get started? So we'll start off with Dutch Fest is over. Oh my gosh. It's over. That's all I can say. For those of you who are new, I work at I almost said substance abuse. That's not it. Special needs school. What in the world? It's early on a Saturday morning. What can I say? So I work at a special needs school just down the street. My husband works there as well. And we have a big festival that goes on every year, except for last year, obviously. But it's a big festival. It raises lots of money for the school. Yeah. And so I just started this job in May. And at the beginning of September, my coworker, who is kind of like the person who is on the school side of things, because we have a committee of ladies that volunteer, because this is all volunteer run. And so it's kind of like, she's kind of like the liaison between the committee and the school, and like what can happen, what can't happen at the school, all of that. She left. She started a new job, and that's great. And then they're like, okay, Lori, this is for you. I'm like, huh? What? Okay. But I will say, as stressed out as I was, as freaked out as I was, it went really well. I thought it was a team effort for sure between my coworkers and I. Like, we just really gelled to get this going. So like when the other lady left, we spent 2 hours going over her to-do list, because it's things that she would not designate, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like, pass off on to other people. It's like, our one coworker's good at graphic design. She made really cute signs for a walking we had sold walking tacos, and she had a little taco that was walking on the sign. I'm like, why are you doing it when she's really good at it and she doesn't mind doing it? We all knew, like, we're gonna have to buckle down and do this. So anyway, but yeah, it went off fairly well, I thought. Of course, this is my first time. I don't know what went wrong. Yeah, on Friday, the day before, I worked 12 hours. And on Saturday, day of, I worked 14 hours. And that wasn't even as much as my other coworker. She was working late every night that week. But she had a lot of stuff to do for the volunteers, because that's her side of the job. So yeah. I'm just glad it's over. That's all I can say. We had a great day. The weather was perfect. And according to the numbers, that's my job, it was a 20% increase over the best Dutch Fest we've ever had in the past. So, of course, that's not on me. That's on everybody else. It's a team effort. It's not because I was in charge or anything like that. So, this last week has been slowly getting everything back in place. So Monday I came in, we just dumped everything in our conference room, and so I was sorting all of that, putting that away. I mean, there was stuff in our hallways. It was a mess. And so yesterday I finally got like the last of it put away. My coworker still has her volunteer stuff to go through, so that's that. But that's her job, not mine. I'll help if she wants. But I think this coming week I'm gonna go through the to-do list and be like, all right, this is your job, this is your job, this is your job, this is my job. Like, make sure we know our roles for next year. And I want it thoroughly documented. My coworker and I, we really made sure we organized everything. Everything is in one of two places instead of all over. Although the shops, those had to be stored somewhere, like we didn't have room in our building or in the cage, which is a storage locker area that looks like a cage. Those have to be in the maintenance garage, obviously. But yeah, at the end, if you want to see what Dutch Fest is like, I have photos and videos, and I'll put together a little montage for the end of the show. So anyway, now, other things that have been going on. Well, those of you who know, who are watching, I was supposed to get a new desk. It's still in pieces. Yep. And I know everywhere is dealing with worker shortages and supply shortages. I know. But the way that they were dealing with this, it's like, we don't want to order from you ever again. So, anyway, basically, we've been waiting a month because she asked for so I have pieces of my desk. I don't have the screws or anything to put it together. So she emailed it at the beginning of September. Hey, we need these. Talked with somebody. They got, okay, we will be sending those parts out to you. We're getting close to Dutch Fest. Still haven't heard anything. Like, have they been shipped? What's going on? All of that. So she emailed the Wednesday before Dutch Fest. Comes in on Monday with an email saying, we can't send you the replacement parts, blah, blah, blah. We will send you a refund of $250 so you can go buy the screws. Or we can give you a refund up for the whole desk in store credit. It's like we still have 4 more desks to buy for our whole team. And you can't give me the screws? Anyway, so our maintenance team came out. They looked at it. We can get some stuff. There's some things that they were worried, like, I'm sure we can find them. We're not sure if we can find the right size. We may have to do screws. I was like, that part is underneath the desk at the back. I'm not gonna see it unless we're like way far back. It's not a big deal. Like, I honestly don't care. I just want my desk at this point. So then there was another conversation, another email from this company, and they were like, oh, we're just gonna do $250 store credit. And this was like the 7th person. Like, every email has been from somebody else. And so my coworker had it. She called. She was like, I apologize in advance, but I'm very angry and I need answers. We need to figure out what's going on. And basically what's gonna happen is they're probably not gonna want us to ship the desk back. Honestly, because it's a big desk. And the boxes are long gone. So they are refunding us our full price to us, not in store credit. We are getting the money back. And I get to keep my desk. So basically, I'm getting this desk for free, which is good because we're a nonprofit. And I just picked a desk. I didn't really look because I was like, well, this has the storage that I need. This is what I need. And I was like, oh, I ordered like the most expensive desk of anybody. I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, the desk is being situated. Hopefully next time I talk to you, I will have my desk. But I will say, I was able to get a laptop now. So yeah. So I can actually have this with me at meetings and I don't have to be just writing notes all the time. I can just have it here. Be like, oh, let me look this up. So that'll be really handy for my meeting on Monday with the communication team. So anyway. So glad it's Saturday and there's nothing to do today. So, just sit here and drink my coffee, right? I don't know if I've ever shown this to you. Can you tell who is on my mug? Yeah, there's a whole world at your feet. I love that. And then on the other side, I have my Mary. And the handle is a tape measure. Oh, and I have Wonder Woman on my Band-Aid. Dutch Fest injuries, what can I say? And this morning I had my coffee and a stroopwafel. It's like, am I Dutch yet? I have a little teeny tiny bit of Dutch in my family history. So stroopwafel is a very thin, very, very thin cookie sandwich, and in the middle is caramel, and you set it over your coffee and it heats up the caramel and it gets all so good. So good. Anyway, shall we get on with the yarny goodness? I think we should. Okay, so I have 2 finished objects to show you. Even in the middle of Dutch Fest, I got stuff done. Oh yeah. The first one I want to show you is from this book, Crochet Iconic Women by Carla Matrani. I love this. I say this every time. I love this book. Go buy it, please. So this month, so the month of September, I did Florence Nightingale. Look how cute she is. So in this book, she has a whole description on why she picked the lady. Florence Nightingale is kind of like the mother of modern nursing. She kind of perfected those in the Crimean War, in a place called Scutari, which I think is a great word to say. Anyway, so she has a whole list of why she picked Florence, and then she usually has a quote by the lady, and I wrote my paper. There's just one. I've had to read this several times because I'm like, maybe it's just overworked brain right now and not understanding it. So anyway, I'll read it to you. There you go. The greatest heroes are those who do their duty in the daily grind of domestic affairs, whilst the world whirls as a maddening dreidel. Yeah, I can see that. So anyway, are you ready to see my Florence? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here she is. Here she is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so her cap is a little big. Her lamp is a little too big. But that's because I didn't have the right hook size. And the yarn weights are different. But anyway, here's my Florence. Actually, let's close this a bit so she's not so blown out. Oh, she's still in the light. So yeah, so she was known as the Lady of the Lamp in Scutari, like in the middle of the night when the soldiers are injured, they're dying, they're sick. She would come in the middle of the night and be like a calming presence, a cool hand on the forehead, all of that. And so that's why she has a lamp. But anyway, so yeah, I love how she turned out, her little curls. Also, I've been trying to do the eye color of the same as the lady. In the book, she just uses plain black safety eyes. I tried to do the correct color. But she has gray eyes. I'm trying to find gray safety eyes is difficult. But I found some that were clear, so I could paint them how I needed to with nail polish, obviously. So, do you see her gray eyes? I thought they, oh, she's so cute. I love it. Obviously, the big cap makes her head wobble a little too much, but that's okay. My couch is getting full. I still have 3 more ladies to do. That should be interesting. Yeah. Okay, set her there. The next one was my September socks. I finished those. So, friends of mine are doing, we did a challenge this year. It's called #SocksBox2021. And we're trying to do a pair of socks every month during the year. So my September socks were Harry Potter themed. So I had my, they were living in my Ravenclaw Quidditch bag. And then of course you have the lovely quote from Hermione, "When in doubt, go to the library." Love that quote. The color is, the yarn is from Teeny Button Studios, and it's her Harry Potter Club. This is from September 2017. It's called Puffle of Puff Skeins. It's on her Tough Sock base, which is a high twist fingering weight, set 80% superwash British BFL, so that's blue faced Leicester, which is a specific type of sheep, and 20% nylon. So I mean, this is a tough sock. So here's the colorway. Ooh, this is great hot pink. I love it so much. Are you ready to see the socks? Because I'm ready to show the socks. Here they are. Ta-da! Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there's, the sun is going in and out, in and out. Sorry for the lighting. I'm so sorry. But anyway, so yeah, we have like, there's some peach in here, light pink, hot pink, and then speckles galore all throughout. Which one was it? Oh, it's right here. So there is, you see it, it's right there. There's one stitch, it's like a chartreuse color, which is Clarissa Beth from Crochet Cakes. That's her favorite color, so it's easy to find because it's chartreuse. Right there. So that's like my cleverest and best stitch. So anyway, vanilla sock, real easy. And then I did the fish lips kiss heel, but I did it different this time. Instead of knitting across, or sorry, you knit across and then purl back, knit across and purl back. I just knit, 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 knit. And then for the foot, or not for the foot, for the leg, I did Hermione's Everyday Sock pattern, because it's Harry Potter, of course you do, which is a real simple pattern. This is where I was last time you saw, so I've just done this week and finished it off with a 3x1 rib. So my September socks are done. Yay! We'll continue with the knitting in my Makes in Progress with my Socks Box 2021. These are my October socks. They're living in my Mandalorian bag with this cute Grogu. Love him so much. Anyway, oh, and I put on, you see it, the Strictly Sock badge here. I'm trying to decide if I want to enter these into the Strictly Sock Along. That is being run by Allie from Little Drops of Wonderful. Because I mean, I'm doing socks anyway. Might as well try to enter to get prizes, right? Okay, so the yarns that I'm using, because I did so well during getting Dutch Fest done, I deserved a little treat for myself, right? So I bought some yarn. Anyway, this one is from my stash. It's Mayflower Luxus sock yarn. There's Mayflower. That is the main colorway of the sock. And then for heels, toes, and cuffs, I bought this Cloudborn. It's Highland Superwash Sock Twist in the colorway Lavender Heather. This is 80% Superwash Fine Highland Wool and 20% nylon. The Mayflower is 75-25. Just saying. So here is the Lavender Heather. Obviously, it's just a real light purple. It was on closeout on webs or yarn.com. There are more that I have to show you later. So those are for my heels and toes and cuffs. Maybe just a little bit at the cuff. We'll see what I feel like. And this is the Mayflower colorway. It is called Lake. I was like, what was I going to say? So it is a mint color. Here, kind of see it. Mint with some purple and pink speckles. So obviously these look really good together. So I had promised to myself that I was going to try a different toe pattern for this. So I started it on Thursday, so that's September 30th. Not exactly in the month of October, but I was like, you know what, it's fine. Started the toe. And so I always do 60 stitches for my foot and for my whole sock. Once, started the toe, increased to 60, that works. So essentially I have to have 30 stitches on each needle. So I'm working the toe. It's looking horrible because it's a rounded toe, so it's different than what I'm used to, and I'm doing a different increase than I'm used to. Like, just having all kinds of problems. And then I realized the way that I'm doing this sock, I'm gonna have 120 stitches, 60 stitches on each needle. That's too big. Whoops. So that was 2.5 hours of my life. Just frogged. Done. So last night I was like, you know what? I will work it out later. Right now my brain is still not working right. So I did my normal toe, which I get that from the Basic Toe Up Sock by Wendy Pronger-Geckner, who is my friend. Hi, Wendy. I don't even know if she watches anymore. But yeah, so I started on the toe last night. Then this morning I woke up at 5:30. It's Saturday. Why am I waking up at 5:30? Because Ryan was snoring. That's why. I was like, you know what? I'll get a few more rows done on my sock. So I have something significant to show you guys. So here's my toes and the beginning of my sock. So I have about 3 rounds of the lake colorway, and then the toe is obviously in the lavender heather. And I don't know what was going on. I have this huge hole. It's a really big hole. So I will fix that sometime soon. Because obviously all my ends are on this side, not on this side. Otherwise I would use the end to just stitch it out. But anyway. Oh, and then here's my Progress Keeper coffee. Can you read it? Oh, there we go. Coffee, knit, repeat. So anyway, so this is just to designate this is the first sock. Anyway. And then I will move it up to show you my progress. Oh, okay. So this morning, you know, getting up at 5:30, did about 4 rows of that sock just to get it to the next color and to show you what it looks like, all of that. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not ready to go back to bed yet, so I started a new project. Now, I don't know if any of you follow Claudia from Crochet Luna, but she is starting a cowl for the month of October. It's a crochet along, and it's called Stashtober. So you are supposed to use something that is in your stash already, which I have a big stash. I put myself, well, no I haven't. I haven't put myself on a yarn band. Back on it, I should say. Anyway, so I was like, okay, I have something in mind. So if you want to go, I will put a link to the Ravelry thread so you can see what's going on. Basically, the rules are you have to do a pattern by one of the designers listed. And there are people that I love, like Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet, Clarissa Beth from Crochet Cakes, Kalisha from Quirky Monday, Faye from the Crochet Circle podcast, and then there were Rosina from Zines and Roger, and then there were a couple that I didn't know. So I was going through everybody. I was like, oh, this will be fun. Like, why not add something else to my plate? Sure. So I was going through, and there's one that has been in my wish list, on my favorites list for a while. And I thought the yarn name, the name of the cowl just goes together. So I'm entering the Stashtober. What's going on with this curl here? I'm entering Stashtober. So yeah. So the I'm sorry. So the pattern that I chose is from Faye Dashboard Hughes. I feel like this year this is the 3rd pattern I'm doing this year of Faye's. So 2021 is Faye, the year of the Faye. Anyway, So it's called the Positivity Spiral. And look at how cool that looks. I love it. Oh, it is a paid for pattern, so I can't really tell you much about it. But it does have a herringbone double crochet in it, so this is gonna take me a while to get into that rhythm of that. So this won't be a quick make because I did the herringbone half double in another shawl that I did of hers earlier this year, and it didn't flow for me. And this isn't, well, I mean, I've only done one row, but anyway, we'll see how this goes. I'll see if I can get it done by the end of October, along with other things that I want to get done in October. I will say I really like this pattern because she's like, if you want it to be, if you're using this type of yarn and you want it to be this long and you want it to be this deep, these are the amount of change you need to do. If you're using this yarn and you want it to be this long, and this is how many change you need to do, and this is how many pattern repeats you're gonna have, and all of it. So it is living in a new to me bag. I got this for my birthday. It was made by a lady from church. Her name is Lori, which is a great name. And in it, I have this yarn. It's from Old Rusted Chair. It is their Tough Sock, which is 75-25. And the colorway is called Umbrellas Don't Block Prayers. So I figured positivity spiral, I'm going to spiral up, and prayers can just spiral up, and umbrellas won't block them. So in this bright, cheery bag, I have this dark black skein, but it has very bright pops of color amongst all this black and gray. It's gorgeous. I love this colorway so much. So this morning at 6:30, I started my cowl. You wanna see? Ta-da! Yeah, this is all I've got so far. And there's hair, obviously. So yeah. There's not much to show. Yeah, it's a chain and one row. I will say it did have me. You're supposed to slip stitch the chain shut and then start the row. I always have issues with that. It's something that I've always had problems with. Then my chain would twist, and so then my cowl doesn't look right. So anyway, so I just left mine flat, and then I slip stitched when I got done with the first row. So it's just something I always do, just because I have issues, and then have an end that will stitch that bottom part close. So yeah. So much to show for this, right? But anyway, so far it's pretty, it's going well. And there we go. Those are my makes so far. I went through my list of things that I want to get done. So in all the yarn shopping that I did for my birthday, I have things set up, this yarn will go for this pattern, this yarn will go for this pattern, and there's some that don't have patterns. I have found patterns that I don't have yarns for yet, so it's not I'm not that organized. But went through my list. Okay, these are things I want to get done for October. Obviously I need to get socks done. I want to participate in the Stash-tober, so I have that, and then I am continuing to do one crochet iconic lady a month, so she's on the list. So I have those 3 things. That's like, those are must-dos for October. I'm going to concentrate on those first, and then we'll go from there. So you want to see who I'm going to do for October, because I'm super excited about this one. Yes. So for the month of October, my crochet iconic woman is Amelia Earhart. I'm so excited to start her. I'll probably start her this afternoon. But look. Oh, she's so cute. I love that cap and everything. Oh. I'm super excited to start that one. Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell? Anyway. So. The only other thing I wanted to show you of things that are to be. I went yarn shopping. Not extensive. I was like, I need some yarn for heels, toes, and cuffs. Obviously, I got the lavender heather one. And then there was one that I was like, I like this color. It's all in closeout stuff from yarn.com. I have a few more that I want to buy. We shall see. I have a plan for them. Anyway, so I put them all in a Ziploc bag because I had one ready. So the one that I bought for, specifically for heels, toes, and cuffs, because I have this beautiful red sock yarn that I got at Michigan Fiber Festival, and I figured it needs black heels, toes, and cuffs. So we'll see how knitting black is. So this is Valley Yarns Huntington. It's a 50 gram skein, 75/25. I worked with this yarn before. I really like it. It's a nice, cheap, cheap way to get heels, toes, and cuffs. So there's that one. And then I bought this one. It's a navy. This is Cloudborn Highland Superwash Twist, which is the same as the lavender one that I just showed you. This is navy. Figured it'd be great for heels, toes, and cuffs as well. And then there's this one. You know, sometimes I buy yarns because of the name of the color, because that's just how I am. It's like that's how I am with nail polish. That's how I am with all kinds of stuff. Like, I like the name. So this one is called Caribbean. It's a pretty color, but I bought it just because of the name, because I'm going on a Caribbean cruise in 116 days. Who's counting, right? So anyway, so here is Caribbean. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. And then yesterday, I was thinking, as I was waiting for them to deliver my laptop, like, there's this shawl that I really want to make. It's called Jane A, in reference to Jane Austen. And you have to have 7 colors. And they need to be, I mean, you could use a speckled yarn, but I would not use a variegated yarn. Because you're holding some of them, you're holding it double, so like some of the colors you're mixing together, they need to be solid, so you can really, anyway. So I went back onto yarn.com. I have a shopping cart ready to go. Filling it, so this would be a part of it, and the navy too, I think. And then it's mostly like blues, and there's like a gray I think I put in there too. So it would be mostly blues. And it looks like a huge squishy shawl that would just, oh. But do I want to spend another $56? Even though this is clearance out, I need enough to get through. We'll see. mean, I did work a bunch of overtime. I should be able to, shouldn't be a problem. We'll see. I'll let you know next time. There's so much yarn and I want to collect it all. Oh well. That's all I have to show you for today. I will see you in 2 weeks, hopefully with a new desk. So anyway, I just need to end this. Quit rambling. Let's go. God bless. Bye. It's just raining just a little bit. Not bad. Nope. Good morning, friends. Nope, not what I